G'day guys. Righto, it is on like Donkey Kong today. I have my two boys away. Mum's away with the boys, running around for the day down at the beach and stuff. So it's giving me a bit of quiet time at home. So I am hooking into my modules. So I've got two more modules left to do. So I've got two more to finish off, which is great, and then that's the apprenticeship done and dusted. But I just want to have a bit of a chat to you today about in a little bit more detail about how the different styles of theory work as your apprenticeship. Like in Australia, like how we do the theory side about apprenticeship. Now, I only really know the two ways. There might be a third or fourth way. Guys, trust me, if you are an apprentice out there and you do things slightly different to what I'm about to say, then hey, chuck it in the comments. Let me know. I'm keen to know how other states and other trades and stuff do their theory for the apprenticeships for their trades. So, yeah, I'm interested to see what other options are out there because personally, I'm going to do a whole video about all this, but I genuinely think this can improve. There's got to be a better way to do this because, not for the fact that I'm a fan and I'm a lazy prick and I don't like studying. So, yeah, I know there's got to be a better way to do it. But anyway, we'll talk a little bit more about it later. I'm going to keep getting stuck in, trying to answer some questions, actually get some of this done today. And because this is the last two modules that is potentially holding me back from becoming qualified. So yeah, within the 6 to 12 months, I might actually be a bloody tradesperson. Would you believe it? I might actually be qualified. Crazy, hey? Yes, these are a thing now. Glasses are a thing. Different ways of training for theory in Australia. So, when it comes to apprenticeships, there's a couple of ways you can do it. Now, there's a trade school option, which some employers would prefer. They don't mind that. That's where you get sent away to a trade school, like a TAFE or something like that. Spend a couple of weeks there, you do a bit of theory, you focus on a few modules, get a little bit of stuff done, do a little bit of practical hands-on stuff as well, which is probably quite beneficial. And then you go back to your normal work sites and stuff. The problem is obviously you're leaving your work site, you're leaving the business for a couple of weeks. Therefore, it can often possibly leave people short-handed on that sort of thing. So it's trying to find the balance between doing that and then doing what we do here, which is sort of self-education, I guess you could call it. So where you get the information on a PDF, you work through it, you get your questionnaire and testing and stuff, and you go through it as well. Now there is stuff where your boss should give you some time to train on your own, and we do get that every now and then. We do get paid training. It's obviously kind of up to you to decide whether you're going to wait for your boss to allow you to do it, or whether you want to jump on the ball and hook in, get some studies done, get signed off on modules, and move forward. So, yeah. It's a little bit different. How else do you guys do it? Is there another way out there that's better done? I've heard stories about everything being online. I think that's a good way to go too. You know, watching your videos with a couple of little multiple choice answers or something like that that relate to it. I think there's better ways of doing the theory side of apprenticeships and stuff, I think. And I'll do a whole other video on this later on down the track, I reckon, how to improve apprenticeships. Some ideas I have that could improve apprenticeships and make them a little bit more appealing to people and get people through them, okay, which is probably the big thing. Because 4 years it's a big stint. Like I suppose like university, I guess, is a big stint too. But the good thing about the trade is you're learning as you go and this sort of stuff. You're getting paid, that sort of thing too. But yeah, there is a theory side to it, and unfortunately at the moment we've just got to suck it up and do the theory. And I'm not a big fan of it. I hate studying. I always did. Just as a kid as well at school, I was not a fan of studying, reading through and highlighting things and trying to memorize things. I learned by doing, and I always learn by doing. So yeah. So I'm about to get stuck into my calculations and to keep ticking along, and hopefully next time I talk to you, both these modules will be done, and I'll be on the way to getting qualified. All right, talk soon. Time to get into it. Time to get stuck back into it. Right, it's just me. It's okay. Sorry, between dogs and phones, there's plenty of distractions. Righto, guys. yeah, so it's done. It took a few more extra weeks than that day. That was a bit of yeah, that didn't work out very well at all. I tried my best to get as much as I could get done that day, but it didn't happen. So yes, I've now officially finished all my theory. I've just got to wait for my trainer assessors to go through it and double check everything's right, and tick it all off, make sure it's good, make sure the boss is happy to sign that off as well. And then, yeah, we head down the road of potentially waiting for final sign off and completely being classed as having a certificate 3 in carpentry. All right. So, yeah, we're well on the way to that, which is great. It's going to be good to be qualified, I suppose. But it, yeah, kind of, I don't think it means as much as I think it did when I first started. So, yeah, but we'll talk about that a little bit more later in the track. Probably when I've actually got the certificate, we'll have a little chat. We'll chat a bit more about it once I've got the certificate. So, yeah. Righto, guys. Build on legends. Thanks again for watching. As always, this was a little bit of a boring one, and I might even. I think it might be time for and as I see it, maybe I might do the Bosch jackhammer next. I'm not sure, or I might do a bit of a tax time one. I did get a request for some tools to start with in regards to an apprenticeship, so I might even look at doing a little one like that as well, knocking that one out for the requestee. So hopefully it'll help him out to know what he's chasing and stuff as a startup for an apprentice carpenter. So in Australia. All right, guys. Yeah, we'll chat again soon. All the best. Love you all. See ya.